Hey guys, I am GreatFailsMontana on Pro Winston's channel. I am doing this video mainly to talk about what I provide. What I like doing, and this might just be because of product from college, but I like analyzing the game at a fundamental level to see what components actually make the game interesting. And the reason why I do this is mainly I take an academic approach to it, because I mean there is, to some degree, there is an understanding that we have, that the game requires a higher level of thinking than just the average football player to play. Obviously, they probably couldn't do it, but even okay, time out. I was an ex-football player, so no harsh feelings there. Um, the the most fundamental thing, that I feel underlies the game is mainly dealing with the mechanics, and how things work. If you understand how things work, you can become a better player. That's the basic level. Then you get to the next level of the pyramid, if you want to call it that, which is more on choice and player choice, uh, and that deals with, so you understand the mechanics and the rulings and all that stuff, which is actually a lot of stuff for Yu-Gi-Oh. Not as much for Magic, but a lot of stuff because we have that many rulings, uh, and that's really fundamental. Then the choices, since you have all that knowledge of the game, you have all the choices you have to make in order to understand what path you're going to take. Are you going to make an aggressive play, or this format, you'd probably be conservative the entire game until you drop the Hyperion, or you drop the BLS, or you drop the Caius, and just wait until you need the out until you use it, instead of just going balls out. Uh, Usually, this area is more personality based, but some people can actually. Um, I mean, this also not. It's also not playstyle. It's deck choice, dealing with, like, if you want to play TGs and set 5 and pass, or if you want to play like Tengu Plant set 2, play Tengu slash Thunder King and pass, or Tour Guide, blah blah blah. Anyways, you know the first turn. My point is that cell phones like to go off on a talk. That's not my point. Just kidding. The my point my point is that, uh, that is the middle ground, and then the foreground, what everyone knows, the top of the pyramid, um, is basically, it is how you apply both of them together in the same, um, choices, and then it's not only that, it's basically innovation, adding those concepts with deck building. So basically saying, okay, I understand the mechanics of the game, and so, and I understand all the decks, I understand all the rulings, and then I understand, uh, how to play different choices, which choices I have. Do I make this choice or this choice? I know which choice I choose, and I know what deck I'm going to play, or what kind of deck at least. Then you can make choices like techs and meta calls and deck calls. Like, for instance, Courtney Waller chose to play Chaos. Well, obviously that was a good deck choice for the day. We're not going to talk about his playstyle. I don't feel he's a bad player at all, but I'm just saying, uh, for his deck was the best deck. Um, if you guys disagree, yes, plants are the best deck in the format. I'm just saying that Chaos, with the lack of Veilers and the fact that he could overextend with Dialk and Tour Guide and everything replacing it, so you really didn't have to pay anything for his Chaos Sorcerers slash BLS, and then he had Caius drops, and he didn't have to worry about Swarm decks because of Fader. And he had a really good plant matchup because he mained DD Crow, which is really important. Um, but basically, that's what I offer, guys. I'm just saying, I deal with that concept. I don't really talk about it ever. I've never actually talked about it on my channel, but that's my understanding of Yu-Gi-Oh! At the fundamental basic level is what the game allows for, what you, as a player, use in order to play, and then it comes down to the actual gameplay. That's another whole thing. But that's what I talk about with both my segments. What's the meta, and how to play without tour guide. Um, The second one, with how to play without tour guide, it's actually going to be a segment that deals with whatever is the most expensive card in the game, or the one that is needs the most money to play. So let's say Glow Bulb is the most expensive card. Well, obviously Glow Bulb's impact on the game isn't as big as tour guides, so I'm not going to talk about tour guide. I'm not going to talk about Glow Bulb. Whereas tour guide, it's being splashed into 28 of the top 32 decks for a good reason. And in order to understand that, you'd have to understand the mechanics and everything else. So that's basically what I talk about and what you have to compete against in order to fully play against the deck. Now, what else I bring to the game is, or to my channel, is from now, like then on, I mean, like if it would have been last format, or probably the format before that, Pot of Duality would have been a big talk. And Search, those are two really big things. Last format and the format before. So then I would have been talking about Mind Crush and ways to counteract huge meta concepts. But all I can say now is that's what I provide. So go ahead and please subscribe and comment down below and like this video or whatever, favorite it. Pretty much anything you can think of. Alright, thanks guys.